We're back with the really high pony. Hi guys, today's video is going to be another review, and I know it's like I didn't do a review for like a hot minute on my channel, and now I've done two within like past 2 weeks, I think. I kind of want to get this video up as soon as I possibly can, so it might be back to back with my last review. I'm sorry about that, but I'm really excited to play with this palette. And I know I say that all the time, but like, I like palettes. What can I say? I like eyeshadow palettes. They're my favorite thing. And this one, I bought it last night at Ulta, and I couldn't wait. I didn't even want to wait till today to film it, but the sun had already set by the time I got home last night, so I had to wait. So this is the Anastasia Norvina palette, and it looks beautiful. And I did open it to see if it was cracked or anything, like I always do, and it is a-okay. But I did not swatch it. Based on swatches online, it looks like it'll be a ride or die of mine. And there it is. It's just like the same type of carton all their eyeshadow palettes come in. I have 3 other eyeshadow palettes by Anastasia, and I did have Subculture. I did return Subculture. I did not like Subculture. But I do have Modern Renaissance, Prism, and Soft Glam, and I love all 3 of them. But I do love those 3. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's their signature kind of like velvet type of packaging, but it's this gorgeous like lavender color, and it says Norvina on it, and I love this. I know a lot of people, again, same thing kind of with the Lorac thing that I mentioned in my last review, that people dislike when brands continuously do the same type of packaging. I really like that. I don't know why, I really do, and I love this type of packaging. It does get rather dirty, so you do kind of have to be careful. And it comes with a brush like all the other ones do, and I actually really like the brushes that come with the Anastasia palette, so I might end up using it today. I don't know, it's a dual new brush, and I have of course others as well, and they're actually really nice. They're not like bad brushes like a lot of brands put brushes in their palettes and they suck. Those are actually really good, and it comes with a mirror inside the palette, and this is what the colors look like. You can kind of see, here we go, you can kind of see a little bit better there. They're more true to color right here, and they are stunning. They're like gorgeous. And this one is kind of everywhere. They are gorgeous. It looks like all the shimmery, like super shimmery and ones are up at the top, and these 3 actually look like they might be satin mattes, and these 4 are mattes, I believe. So I'm going to swatch all of the shades for you, and I really want to touch these. I need to get a makeup wipe out here. Do some swatching, and that Dreamer color, I've only stuck my finger in that first shade. Look at it. Oh, they literally feel like butter. Oh, look at that pigmentation. Look at that pigmentation. Like, just look at that pigmentation. I love this. Yes, look at that. I don't even know, you guys can't even really see just how beautiful they swatch. So pigmented. Like, all right, are you ready for this? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I am genuinely shook right now at how beautifully these swatch. I'm not pressing hard at all in the pan, and they swatch so pigmented. Those are all of the shimmer shades right here. You can really see how reflective they really are when I move my hand around. They are insane. All right, so the mattes are creamy. They're really pigmented as well. Yeah, these pastels are swatching beautifully. The mattes, and they're kind of, some of them are like more like a satiny matte, like I did say. You can't really see this one right here because of my skin tone, but they're swatching so evenly, and they're swatching beautifully. Look at that. They're swatching so beautifully. Evenly, not patchy at all. All right, so there are all of the shades in the palette, and they are all stunning. Do you see how evenly they all swatched? Every single one of them swatched so evenly. Not one of them is patchy or uneven at all, and they all are absolutely stunning. So I really don't know what look I'm gonna do. I say that in like every video, but like I could use this entire palette. Like I want to use this entire palette. I would if I could. I'm going to put on some eyeshadow primer. You guys know the drill. I'm gonna use the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. And I believe, I don't think that there is a matte cream shade in here. But there's a shade called Base, which isn't completely matte. It is kind of more of like a satiny matte. There is kind of a little bit of shimmer to it, but I still think I'm gonna use it. I think I can get away with it. I think my brightness is a little bit too bright. There you go. That's a little bit more true to color. The sun is really, really intense today, and it's starting to get a tad cloudy on one side of the window. So if this side gets really, really dark randomly, that's why. I'm gonna use the shade Base, which is this one right here. And since it's called Base, I'm gonna use it as a base. I know that there is a tad bit of shimmer in it. It's more of like a satiny matte. Look at that pigmentation. Do you see that? My eyelids are naturally tinted this really red orange color, and that is covering that. I like to cover that because I don't love the red orange tint. Sometimes it can make my eyeshadows look really, really messy and unblended because it is still kind of peeking through a little bit, but that's just how my eyelids are naturally tinted. And I have been asked before if I'm wearing makeup when I'm not. It's just of how my eyelids are tinted. I'm gonna try not to use too many of the browns in here because I do use brown a lot on my channel. So I think I'm gonna go with the shade Love, which is this pink one right here. And I'm gonna use that as my transition color instead of using a brown. Now, there is a bit of kick up in this palette right here. You can kind of see, can you kind of see it? You can kind of see, you can't really see very well. It's the shade right here. Oh, do you see that pigment? I barely touched my skin. So far, I'm really, really liking the way that this whole thing is blending out. The shade blended out beautifully on top of that base color. So now I think I'm gonna go in with a bit of a smaller brush, so I'm not flinging color everywhere. I'm gonna go into the shade Soul, which I feel like is one of the most used palettes or shades in this palette I've seen on the internet. And it's this one right here, and it is a gorgeous lavender type color. It's a little bit darker than like a lavender, but I really like it. Okay, so I'm gonna use this shade right here, Volatile? I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this particular shade name. I'm terrible at pronouncing names. And I'm gonna use this one right here to darken up just a little bit. I know I said I wanted to stay away from browns, but I really want to darken this up. So you can kind of see how this is just a little bit darker, so it looks a little bit deeper than this one. I'm gonna use that same brush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Passion, which is this one right here. And I'm gonna darken it up just a little bit more. These shadows are blending out beautifully into one another. So I kind of set this up to be a cut crease, so I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of concealer. I want to leave my actual crease a little bit lower, so I cut a little bit lower than my actual creases because my eyes are kind of hooded. So if I cut with my actual creases, I do end up with shadow like way up here, and I don't necessarily want that, so I left it the way it was. And now I'm looking for a brush that's actually clean. But now I'm going to take the shade Wild Child, which is this one right here. Okay, so I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup, and I'll be back to give you my final thoughts. Okay, so this is the completed look that I did with the Norvina palette. And before anybody asks, this is the CoverGirl Katy Kat Matte Lipstick in Couture. And I really like the lipstick with this eye makeup. I didn't know what lipstick I was gonna wear with it because I was like, I don't know if I should do like dark or like not, but I went with this and I like the way it looks. So we're not here to talk about that. The Norvina palette. I really, really like the Norvina palette. I think the pigmentation was phenomenal, but they were not overly pigmented. They were very pigmented, but they weren't to the point where you couldn't blend them. You could still blend them, and it's pretty easy to work with. I didn't have any problems with any of the colors to get them to blend out or anything. I really, really, really like this. I like the colors in it. It's a little bit different than what I have in my collection right now. I mean, if I looked hard enough, I could probably find colors similar in like each and every little palette here and there. But as for palette itself, the color scheme is pretty unique. I don't think I have any in my collection that would have all of these colors. There are a lot of unique colors in here. I really do like this. I like the look that I did with it. I typically don't do looks like this. I mean, I'm trying my best to venture out, but for the most part, I'm a bronze, gold, copper person. And this is, for me, is out of my comfort zone. And I do really like it. I really would 100% recommend this to you. It is amazing. I like it. I love how I love how it held up my expectations from the Modern Renaissance and the Soft Glam and the Prism. Modern Renaissance is my absolute favorite Anastasia palette that I own. I really love Anastasia shadows. You guys know, Too Faced, Lorac, and Anastasia, top 3 favorite eyeshadows for me. So that is it for today's video. So don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and let me know what you want to see next in the comments or on social media, and I will see you in my next video.